going on, with the rainbows going on, and we just finished a great pay-per-view, I think, in my opinion, with NXT Takeover. And my notes just fell over the place. Oh, crap. Alright. So, with further ado, I want to get right into this. I think we had a great pay-per-view. And then the first matchup that happened. Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno, which ended in like about 3 seconds. You could have timed it on your watch and be like, what happened? What did I miss? Matt Riddle delivering a knee right to Cassius Ohno and then knocking him out. And Cassius Ohno always trying to make sure that he was not pandering, but messing with Matt Riddle the whole time. Make sure he understands that he is the gatekeeper, and then that he is the striking master. Striking master, is that the right word? But he did it, and he didn't do jack crap, because he got caught. That's another backseat gamer. He got caught by Matt Riddle with the high knee right there, and then bam, 1, 2, 3. Great match right there. Not a great match, but a great showing from Matt Riddle. He took Cassius Ohno and then made him look like a chump, but Cassius Ohno popped right back up. And I was like, what the H just happened? And I loved it because, you know what, it sets up a good matchup later on down the line. So we got a preemptive match that shouldn't happen, but did happen. Now, we do also have, what we have here? We have here? Right here. I don't have any other pictures of this. I don't understand why. I looked at pictures for most of these NXT matches, and I had this, I have other things that lined up, but for Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane, I felt like that was a great match. Here's, I got notes. I got notes, bro. The Pirate Princess. I don't really agree with the concept of Pirate Princess. Is fine, whatever like that. But did we need Shayna Baszler to cheat? That's the concept I don't like. I don't like that Shayna Baszler had to cheat to actually get everything done. I'm gonna change the music real quick about this because it's like the music's like bothering me. That's what it is. I don't like the music. Alright, something. How about we play this? Alright, we got that. Alright. But what did help Shayna Baszler, it added the heel element. She used her force, the horsewoman that she has, to lead to the character. It made you love Kairi Sane more because she was trying to actually overcome all this. It made her feel like she was trying to fill up the role of fighting a badass. And then she did it. She was going toe-to-toe with her. But Shayna Baszler versus Ronda Rousey is going to be money. We're going to see that happen. Kairi was hard-hitting from the start, and it took it to her. But she tapped due to interference from submission. I mean, I didn't feel like that should have happened. It shouldn't have happened at the first day. It should have happened later on. Baszler is better. And then Kairi Sane is a great underdog. We're getting that from them. It was a hard-hitting match. I really like that it was a hard-hitting match. I liked one spot where it was a top rope powerbomb on Baszler from Kairi Sane, a smaller competitor, and then we had an Alabama Slam too as well. Like, these girls go at it. They go at it harder than some of these guys do, and they have these matches that are 15-20 minutes long, and I feel like it's a lot better. The excessive interference took too much away from the match. It was too much. You didn't need so much interference, and the interference led to Shayna Baszler winning. We didn't need that. You don't need Shayna Baszler have so much interference. If she's such a badass, she does not need the interference, does it? But I did like the elbow drop because Kairi Sane's finisher is the insane elbow or something like that. There you go, insane elbow, and it led into the pin combination from Shayna Baszler. Really good job from both of them. I liked it. I mean, you have two great women wrestlers right there. Alright, and now I'm gonna put a bunch of pictures up because we have Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling with his heel turn poster on the against we have Aleister Black. These are two pictures right here. That submission was great. That's not. No, that's not that. That's not that. I'm gonna have to add this, but I'll talk about it as I go. I felt like this was a really emotional match that they added a lot of stuff to, which was great because. Which was great because they had such a background. This is going on since the summer of who screwed Aleister Black out of his title, out of everything else he was doing. And then what we got was, the answer was from the member of Sanity. I forgot her name. But from the member of Sanity, we got the answer. It was Johnny Gargano, who wanted to have a chance at Ciampa, his former teammate. So this like whole thing has been going on for like a year plus, and they've been adding elements on top of elements on top of elements on for everything else like that. Oh, I like this one. I like this one because it has a good. Oh my gosh, it has that anger. Look at Aleister Black's face. He has that anger about him in his face that I really actually enjoy and like. And there's plenty of pictures of this match. I don't know why there's not a lot of pictures of the other matches, but there was plenty of pictures of this match, and it really made the whole match sell a lot better. Okay? Let's see if it loads up. There we go. Ah, beautiful. There we go. This is, wow, well, I can't touch that apparently. This is a, am I doing something? Alright. It's a hard hitting. Stop. It's annoying. It's a hard hitting match. And I'm gonna try to load this one up. Maybe there's something in the way, maybe some kind of interference here. Oh wait, maybe. There we go. Sorry guys. There we go. See, it was a corner of the PlayStation. So we got a lot of hard-hitting strikes, hard-hitting matches with hard-hitting movements within this match. This was not a wrestling match. This was a striking match. And then what we got was something that I believe can be declared at least maybe 4 to 5 stars, maybe 4 to 5. Right here you have Aleister Black doing his. This was toward the end of the match. This one right here, of which you had him saying, "Hit me with the best shot you have, cause I can take it. I will take anything you have." Now I'm gonna go back to my notes. Very emotional. The package video before this was very good. They invested in it, and they made sure to let you know that this has been building up for months, not just a couple of weeks like a lot of these damn matches have been going on for. No, this has been going on for months. Alright, this is Johnny Gargano snapping to get to Tommaso Ciampa, but in snapping, he became a heel himself. He became a villain. Alright, I love the Punisher emoji he has now. He has a Punisher emoji or sideways Venom emoji now as his character's sake for his symbol, which is cool because it's like, it's not just the dot and the slash of the eye. It's not that. It's not something cute. He's actually delving into being darker now. Black's intro was amazing. I love the spikes that he had. It just showed like he just really wanted to like hurt Johnny Gargano. Top takeaways from what I feel. One, apparently Aleister Black has more tattoos. I feel like he has more tattoos. I've never seen him with that many tattoos. Maybe he got some money, yeah, whatever. The animosity that started off with the strikes and the hard-hitting way it happened was great. It made me invested. It made me want to be like, alright, let's keep fucking hitting each other. Pardon the language. But they wanted to hit each other. I feel it. Gargano being a heel works, and he used Black's taunt against him. He did the cross leg thing. He sat there and he taunted him into coming into him, and he kept going at him, which works, and it actually helped out him. It actually helped him seem like more of a heel. Like Gargano as a face, it just felt so stale, if anything like that. What we did get is that Aleister Black, when he is upset or enraged, he can get set up. So you have character development there. He's not this unstoppable guy or somebody that you can't fight. It's somebody that you can't take advantage of if you get into his head within the matchup itself. I love that when Black did his flip and he tried to do his sit-down pose, Gargano already telegraphed it and came around and kicked him right in the face. It was one of those things that was like, oh, whoa, I did not expect that. He's sitting there, he does the pose, and bam, you just hear the slap. I mean, it's fake, whatever, but very strike-heavy match. If you're not used to strike-heavy matches, it's not going to be your taste. You're not going to like it at all. Black versus Rollins needs to happen. I believe a Aleister Black versus Seth Rollins match would be money. It would help out a lot. I'm going to eliminate these two right here because they're just moving around too much, stuff like that. There was a lot of the submissions by Johnny Gargano, which he did. This one in particular was very well set up. It happened fluidly. It didn't happen not naturally. It happened like as if that's how it's supposed to be. Like, boom, here we go. It was almost a ballet by both of them, but it wasn't a ballet that wasn't believable. What do we have here now? Black is a great high flyer. Gargano is basically Daniel Bryan 2.0, which I'm worried about because current Daniel Bryan, he's not a flop because he has a title, but I just feel like they're trying to always push these underdog roles on these guys. Gargano needs to stay with this heel persona though. It's working because he sells it so well. The selling was too fast-paced, I felt though. These guys were hitting moves like high knees and then DDTs. They were hitting way too many moves in sequence, and there was no resting period. It felt like they were just keeping going, move to move to move to move to move. Let's go. You need to sell these things. Selling helps. It makes me feel more invested. Yes, it's more impactful. Yes, the entire audience felt it. But when you just go from move to move to move to move, high impact moves, I'm not talking about just strikes, high impact moves, it feels like it's draining, it's taken away from the match. And it doesn't work as well. I liked one move from Aleister Black was the springboard double knees to the chest. I didn't expect that. I'd never seen that move before. And this is what NXT delivers. They deliver moves you haven't seen before, so it actually makes you more excited for every other pay-per-view that you actually watch. Because these guys come out with things you've never seen before. The double springboard to the knee, boom, to the chest, boom. I was floored. Oh shit. Hey, I'm sorry guys. Whoa. Calm down. Going over now. The Gargano escape is a great move. It's basically the yes lock, but he adds a little more of a torque to it, and it helps out his character. Because as a heel, I feel like a heel having a submission move actually makes them better heel. Let me go back more into that later. One thing I did like, the suicide dive by Gargano out of the ring, and then Aleister Black connecting with the high knee. The timing between that is really hard to do, so I appreciate that they actually pulled that off really well. The ending sequence was pretty amazing. Suckering Black in to do everything, and then Black just going all in on him. Spinning knee, and then the Black Mass twice just to knock him out. It was pretty good. The black mask kicks looked really stiff. I don't know if that was just taking like a brush to the face, but it looked like it hurt. All right, we're gonna take these off now. What we're gonna talk about now is the NXT Championship title match. That match happened between Tommaso Ciampa and Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream, who I believe and I feel is ready for the championship. Apparently, management did not believe he was ready for the championship. I want to talk about, first of all, his damn outfit. This man came out looking like Hollywood Hogan with all of the poise, of the attitude, of everything of Hollywood Hogan. This kid is 23 years old and he's respecting his elders. Hogan is whatever he is, it's fine, but that was amazing. He did this before with Ricochet when he had a match with Ricochet and he dressed as regular Hulkamania Hulk Hogan, which was a great red and yellow throwback. I loved it. I love this just as much as well because he sold it. He made it seem like it was him and Hogan personified. Like he took that character and then made it himself as well. And I don't blame him. It's a great character to personify. Person, I don't know. Alright, let's see what we also have from that because there's not a lot of pictures from these things. See, sadly, when I went online to be like, alright, let me get some images rolling, let me see if I can grab some images, all I had was that and that. The entrance and this. Now, here's what I liked about Tommaso Ciampa. He was clutching that title like it was his baby. Like, he did not want to lose it. He wanted to just run away with it if he could. Love that. They went all out on this. Velveteen Dream accomplished himself as being a top tier wrestler. If you do not believe Velveteen Dream is going to be on the top, if you think he's going to be a side act or a mid-card wrestler, you have it wrong. Because he's selling this gimmick. He is taking this gimmick, what's given to him, or I think he actually brought this on himself and then thought about this character himself. He is making it money. This kid is money. I'm guaranteeing you he will have that NXT title and he will have many titles in between when he gets older. We're talking about somebody who's 23, so you're talking about somebody who could win a bunch of Intercontinental titles, Tag Team titles, and even possibly, maybe, hey, WWE titles. If he continues on with his talents, and as it said, he's very respectful, he's always learning, so he's a great talent to always watch out for. And he sells really well. Look at what he's doing right now. He's drooling. He's coming out the mouth like he's dying, almost. And that's perfect. Ciampa's entrance was great, I said that. Dream is very athletic, like I said. Ciampa is a bastard. He's a terrible... He just comes off as a terrible person, a great heel that just wants to, like, infuriate people. Like, he just wants to piss people off. And you just feel it. Like, there's no essence of, like, sympathy or empathy. There's nothing. He just comes off as so pissed off and angry all the time. And that he just wants to do things for himself, which is great. Dream, on the other hand, coming out, doing the Hulk Hogan taunts, you, and then he did the leg drops. That was great. I loved it. Let's see what we have. I have a lot of notes. I'm sorry. I gotta go over my notes. That's something else. Dream with the corner figure 4. Throwback to Bret Hart, and they even said it on commentary. Which means Dream knows his stuff. Velveteen Dream knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. As a young competitor, as somebody who's that young, and he has such a knowledge of in-ring competitiveness, he understands the in-ring storytelling, it says a lot about someone. It says a lot about somebody who's 23 years old. A lot of 23-year-olds in wrestling, they're just trying to like make a name for themselves or do what they want to do, or no, he's always trying to innovate himself and then put himself out there, and that says a lot. He's gonna do a lot in wrestling. I'm guaranteeing you this. I'm telling you this again. Project Ciampa, his finisher, where he lifts him up with a powerbomb and then throws him on the knees, I don't think that's gonna work in the long run because he can't do it to bigger guys. Velveteen Dream is only like 225, 230. That works there, but in the main roster it may not work unless you have a lot of guys who are actually going to be like that same size. But it is a good move. It does look good on paper and everything like that. It's that I don't think it's going to be used on many people. The false finishes at the end, great. I thought when Dream dropped the elbow, I thought he had the championship. I jumped out my seat. I was like, oh my god, I hope it works. Let's go. Let's do it. Yes! Give him the title. And they didn't. Hold back. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, relax, alright? As I said, I felt Dream should have won. He went too many times to the top, and he got caught off games. That's fine. You know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. Alright. Now we come to War Games. The main chomp of the pay-per-view. Now, was War Games good? I don't feel like going into too much details actually. For this, I want you all to actually start watching this. A lot of you don't watch NXT, and it pisses me off because you guys are like, well, who is this guy? Who is this guy? I'm not telling you shit now. Oh, pardon me. I'm not telling you anything now. You guys need to start watching this stuff. It's 1 hour a week. And if anything, the pay-per-views are only about 2 or 3 hours. 2.5 hours, if anything like that. But they're good pay-per-views. There has not been a bad NXT pay-per-view. Let me reiterate, there has not been a bad NXT pay-per-view. And you guys keep hating on it or ignoring it. Alright? Let me see. What we got? I know I got some pictures here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Crap. Alright. I'll just start off with the actual poster that we have for it. What else we have for it? Crap. Not working. What the hell? There we go. Sorry about that. A little distracted for it. I'm gonna throw them all up at one shot. That way I don't have to like just keep going back and forth for it like that, and then looking down on my phone to do this. I actually want to get all these out here, so that way we get all the grasp of all this right here. All right. Right here we have NXT War Games. Remember, War Games was brought on by WCW. They made War Games famous. They made War Games amazing. What takes away from this War Games is that there's no blood. It's not as violent, I feel. But there was a lot of action. Now, the top takeaways from this is that we have the full-fledged, I mean, that only shows that shows 3 versus 3. We had the full-fledged Undisputed Era with Bobby Fish along with Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and then the backbreaker Messiah guy, whatever his name is. And you have, on the other side, you have the War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne. Amazing talents, all of them. I'll give them that. I will give them that. But I still can't take the Undisputed Era as a serious, threatening team. I mean, these are guys who are like 5'8", 5'9", not even breaking 200 pounds. I think Roderick Strong of the Undisputed Era, the guy I just forgot his name, I think he's actually 6'1", maybe 200. I just can't take him seriously because you're facing off against guys who are way bigger than you half the time, and you're trying to come off as a bully team. You guys aren't a bully team. You guys feel like more of a distraction team, if anything like that. But that's fine. I keep bumping into these two things. I'll try to keep my first runner right here. But I will say that over here we have Hanson of the War Raiders leading the charge of the super double, triple, whatever the hell toss off. Hanson of the War Raiders is money. This guy's great. He moves not like a cruiserweight. He moves like a guy that's like at least 100 pounds lighter than him. No. He is great. He's amazing. War Raiders are going to make an impact. They're going to take those titles from the Undisputed Era. I'm saying this now. And then when they get moved up to the top thing, to the main roster, they're not going to be treated like the Ascension or how the Revival have been. War Raiders are actually pretty good. They're not pretty good. They're amazing. You got the chant. War, 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 war. It works. It works for them. The Revival didn't have anything. The Essentials didn't have anything. The War Raiders have something. They have a chant. They have that Viking-like persona that makes them feel like they're gonna kick somebody's ass and they're gonna do it amazingly. All right. Pete Dunne. This guy right here. You see that guy? You see that guy? That guy right there. Pete Dunne was made to look like Brock Lesnar almost, damn it, in this damn match. He took so much. When he got in, he destroyed everybody, and then he took so much punishment. And he took a double submission, and then chairs and everything like that, and then he just made everybody look like he was a boss. You guys ain't crap. I loved it. I love it. Pete Dunne is gonna be a future champion. If we're gonna go on the concept of we're gonna have smaller guys be champions and stuff like that, Pete Dunne is definitely gonna be a WWE champion soon enough then. Along with our boy Ricochet over here. Right there. The teams were well done. They complemented each other. The Undisputed Era with their, they were good on their own. War Raiders and Ricochet actually have a lot of history behind them. They're actually good friends. And then Pete Dunne actually is good friends with Ricochet. So it all matches up. So they all plan a lot of this stuff out. There was a lot of spots that were great. There were a lot of spots that felt almost dangerous, but it worked out in their favor. The timing was amazing for the most part for all participants, I felt. And I like that they all felt drained. They all felt like knocked out and messed up at the end of the matchup. They didn't pop back up and then be like, alright, let's keep going with this spot. Let's go with this spot. Let's go. No, every kind of spot that happened, they looked like they were dead. These guys sold it like they were gonna die. Or they needed hydration or something like that. Not the double finish, the double pin at the end on Adam Cole was great. You had the super kick by Adam Cole. Was the super kick? Whatever. You had the bitter ending by Pete Dunne here. And then you had the finish by Ricochet. And then they both covered him, establishing that they are both top tier competitors. They can take this to another level. Like I said, I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want people to ignore this. I want people to watch this event. I want people to watch this one especially. Now, one good takeaway, one amazing takeaway was Ricochet. Over here, he did a double. Alright, he did a moonsault, but there was another moonsault, like a double moonsault onto everybody from the top of the cage. That was phenomenal. I haven't seen something like that in like forever. And this standoff happened later in the match. It didn't happen early in the match. But War Games, what happens is there's two people every couple of minutes, about 2 minutes. One person from another team comes in, another person from another team, until all the team members are in. You can't do All you're doing is kicking each other's asses until the next team members, until all the team members are in, and then you can score the pin or submission. And I like that because it was just punishment for everybody. And the first two people in were Adam Cole and Ricochet, who handled themselves well and made it seem like they've been in that match for years almost. They sold it so well. But this standoff right here, between all four of them, that was good. That felt like classic WWF, not even WCW stuff, where they would always just meet up and then like start like just pounding on each other, and that's what they did here. And it felt like it felt fresh in my view, because you didn't really, you don't have this a lot now. You have a standoff and that's about it, and then just blow it off or whatever like that. This doesn't feel like a blow off. It feels like animosity, anger, like they really wanted to kick each other's asses. Pete Dunne wanted to kick Armstrong's ass. Adam Cole does not like Ricochet. They go back and forth with the titles, and then the tag team titles between the War Raiders and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, those all go together and they complement each other. So that's why this felt like a great War Games. I felt like they sold it. I wish there would have been. I don't wish there would have been blood. It's just that the simple concept of blood would have probably sold it a little bit more, I think. But regardless of that, and my notes, a lot of my notes. Sorry, guys. A lot of my notes. This was a great pay-per-view. On paper, it's amazing. I don't know if anybody else felt like it was piss poor or even lackluster. Some people feel like, from what I spoke to them, or I've gone back and forth in forums, they feel like this is like the least anticipated or not the best pay-per-view. But right now, I feel like this is a great pay-per-view. It showcased a lot of talent that are going to go forward and be top talents in the main roster. And that's what it needed to do. Like when you go to a WrestleMania takeover or whatever like that's going to happen, that's when you're going to have these 5-7 star matches. I don't know how many stars you give matches anyway nowadays. That's when you should have those kind of matches. Not right now. These are establishing people. You're establishing Pete Dunne, you're establishing Ricochet, you're establishing War Raiders, you're establishing the Undisputed Era, you're establishing Shayna Baszler, you're establishing Velveteen Dream, you're making sure Tommaso Ciampa is the bastard that he needs to be when he gets called up. Everybody needs to get these calls up. So we have to establish these people. The pay-per-view made sure that they put their mark. Again, if you're not watching NXT, you're not watching the pay-per-views, you're missing out, and I hope you can watch Paradox 752, the Paradox Experience, and I hope you enjoy, and I do hope you tune into NXT. If anytime you have comments, questions, or suggestions, make sure you make comments over here. Don't worry about it. All comments are welcome, all questions are welcome, and we'll always listen to our viewers. Have a good day. Turn it off.